Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. This is Yvonne Reborn. Happy 2024. I'm a little late. People say that I'm going to be late even to my own death. I'm okay with that. um, I have quite a few things in the beginning of the year, and I'm going to leave it into just a couple of points for everybody. First of all, I know that people are told leave last year, like leave the past in the past, and I get it, but you cannot because then you might repeat it. So if you want to repeat whatever good and whatever crap of last year you went through, then leave it all behind. You'll do it over. Don't do that. So if you have not done this yet, I would suggest grab some, mellowing music, whatever is mellowing to you. Sit down, like it or not, take a pen, take paper, write down things that you went through last year that you liked. Put that in one part of a page or one page. In another page, you start things that you did not like. What lessons did you learn on both? I am actually going to sit down to do this because it was all in my mind. But when you put things on paper, it does something to you. There were some lessons that I got that hurt. There were some great experiences that I had last year that honestly I wouldn't trade. There was some times that I laughed. There were some things that worked out so beautifully, and some things that didn't. There, like I have certain issues, and if you look into both pages, especially the ones that didn't work out, what is the recurring issue? For me, is self-doubt. What is yours? For me, is rose-colored glasses. I look at people in the best possible quality that they have or their best potential. What happens with that? Thank you, little big brother. You need to take people with what they give you. And I have such a difficult time with that because I see the best of what could be. But if that's not what they're giving, like potential is just potential. Take time to take inventory now, just because we're all in the mindset. I think we should do this often. And I am thinking about whether I am going to put this into my schedule, separate a couple of hours, and you know what I mean? Just take inventory often. Some people are like OCD about this and they do all kinds of mental, mental paper. I'm not one of those people. I do that every now and then. Which one are you? The point is, in order for you to be better, take inventory of last year, good and bad, and see what worked, what did not work. What do you think the lesson was? It may not even be that lesson, but what do you think? Because if you meditate, it'll come to you. Now, that is point number one. Take inventory of last year, what you can remember. You may not remember all of it. I mean, it's 52 weeks. A lot of shit happens in 52 weeks. Second, you're going to love this because I was working on something for a while and kind of took a pause, but I was recently reminded that we need to do this and we need to get this out. So Miss A, I'm sorry that you went through what you just went through in the past year, but you reminded me that I need to get this done because when I left, well, I didn't leave the egg bay. When I was kicked out of the egg bay and given my 2 funerals and all that wonderful shit for them, I felt very alone and I felt defenseless, like energetically and spiritually. What I'm finding out is that a lot of us are that way. and there need not be that. And protect your energetic self, protect your home's energetic, boom, essence, protect your children's energies, protect your mind's energy. And there are a lot of things that are done spiritually in order to get this done. And a lot of us don't know. That is point number 2. Protect your energy. And it doesn't have to mean that you need a priest all the time. Do I agree that you need a priest? Yes, you need a priest sometimes. But what if you don't? What if you don't have one? What if you don't know anyone? What if you just came out of one and you're like, damn, what do I do? There are things you could do. There are a lot of things that you could do. And it is unfortunate because when we come here, it's like we forget 80% of the crap that we already know. And I was talking to a lot of different people, and it's interesting. Peruvians, Mexicans, Colombians, Venezuelans, whoop whoop, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Americans, different areas in America, of course, Africa, Asia, anywhere. They have things already culturally to protect their energies. And I am curious into learning more about all of you on, have you dropped all of that altogether? I find that when people move into Christianity, it's like they forget all their cultural things that they already had in order to protect their energy and their home and their mind and the spirit and blah, blah, blah. Number 1, take inventory of last year. Number 2, protect your energy. If you do not know how, I just want you to know something is coming. I've been working on this for a while, and I want you to know I had no choice but to do this. I had no choice but to learn. I had no choice but to do, because, man, it was rough. When you're leaving a relationship or a situation that energetically is not only toxic, but they're throwing at you even with their fucking minds, you have no choice but to do things just to protect your well-being. So I'm going to start off 2024 with each of you to please do 1 and 2. Inventory of last year, what lessons learned, and 2, protect your energy all around. And if you don't know how, something is coming, but I will do this. If there's anything that you could do right now that if you haven't done, most of us have done it. I've spoken to quite a few of you. Clean your homes inside and out. Water is very important. Do that. That is easy. That is something we can all do. And we all like incense, so do that. Happy 2024. Let's rock it out. And yes, I'm in the car and it is freezing out here. North Carolina, man, it was like 26 degrees when I left the house. I think we're getting better. It's 29 right now. Anyhow, love you. Happy 2024.